People, Deluded. Now, Darren Moore, a quick vid, I'm not going to be here long, but obviously he's been sacked. A couple of you have been asking me to speak about it and things like that. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad. I don't know the reason. I know I'm seeing a lot of people tweet racism and things like that. And you lot know I rep, like, way before I love Arsenal or love anything. I mean, I'm a young, black and proud man. You lot know when it comes to racism of any race or anything that affects myself or anything that I deem racism or injustice, you see the vids speak for themselves. I'm probably the only YouTuber brave enough to speak about these sort of things. Nobody's paying me, so I can speak about what I want. But I must admit, I don't know if this one's a race thing, people. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of people. I saw Troy Townsend tweet it. I saw a lot of organisations tweet it. Big up Troy Townsend and kick it out for what it is as well. But I don't know if this is a racist thing. I know some people are linking it towards Chris Hughton when he got let go from Newcastle. And I don't know if it's a racist thing, people, because I do believe, as much as you lot know I rep and stuff, if a club or owners deem that they want to get rid of people, then they can. It's completely different. But I remember Nigel Atkins, when at the time, if I can remember correctly, if it wasn't Southampton, there was a team he was at. And a lot of people critiqued why did you get rid of him, blah, blah, blah. And then they brought in another manager. It might have been Pochettino, you know, people. And then everyone was like, wow. I don't think West Brom are going to do that. I don't think West Brom have a leg to stand on, but I just believe, you see what I'm saying? I'm looking at all angles. Now, their home form hasn't been good. They haven't won at the Hawthorn since Boxing Day, I believe. But away from, they've been very good. Yeah, they drew against Ipswich and they've dropped some disappointing results, but they're fourth. They can still get into the playoffs. I felt they played good football. I feel for someone who's, no disrespect, but a relative novice in football in terms of management, not as a player, because he's made over 100 appearances for West Brom and that, but as a manager, he's doing a lot right, man. The young players are getting opportunities here and there. They're playing okay football. At the end of the day, they're fourth, so they're technically in the playoff spot. It's sad. I think it's harsh, people. Off the back of more or less 3 games, it is harsh. It is harsh, and I'd like to know the reasons, because they've actually had managers that they've been playing worse, or had their team playing worse, and they haven't sacked him. It does feel very harsh, and maybe there is an alternative reason for this, but it is harsh on Darren Moore. All I can say is that Darren Moore, you've held from the minute you've got that position to the minute you finished, you've walked with nothing but integrity. You've done the best. You've acted honest. I don't feel you deserve to be sacked. So hopefully another manager takes a chance on you. And to be fair with you, maybe it shows the ridiculously high standards that some black managers are held account to, because, I mean, they're fourth. How can you be sacked for being fourth? I do hope he gets another job, because for me, as a young black man, young football fan, I don't see too many black managers. I see a lot of black players. But when I look to people on the backroom staff or whatever, and the physios and that, I don't really see enough ethnic minorities for that. But specific to black men, I don't see any black players or black men or women in that sense. You look at the coaches, you look at the agents. Agents isn't right, but you look at the players. You can see a very diverse representation. And as you go up the levels, coaching staff, senior executives, etc., they're not about people. They're not about. And to be fair with you, Darren Moore, you can count on one hand probably the black managers in the Premier League in England. You got Darren Moore, formerly of West Brom now. You got Chris Hughton. You probably got Nuno as well, depending on what his ethnic minority, because admittedly I don't know Nuno's, to be fair with you, but I've always taken him as one. You've got Chris Powell at Southampton, sorry for messing it up, Southend. There might be one more, but these are isolated incidences, to be fair with you, people. And to be honest, I want to see the appointment they appoint next, because if they were to get the next Pep Guardiola or someone like that, or Zinedine Zidane, then I'll be like, alright, cool. Obviously they won't, but I'll be like, cool, I can see the sacking, but it doesn't fill me with any confidence. I mean, if you're going to sack him off the back of this, and then the names they've been linked to, I've got them here, David Wagner, who's a good manager in himself, and obviously Djokanovic, the old Fulham boss, who got Fulham promoted and played good football. If that's what they want, then fair enough. But it's not like these lot have been in the best run of forms themselves off the last back of the job. So, not to name blast them all, not to put them two on blast, because nothing to do with them. But West Brom better have a good plan. They better have a good plan. If I try and find a statement for you lot, people, it read as, let me bring it down. Just take a segment from it. After discussions with our owners, the difficult decision to make a change was taken. West Brom said that. Nah, this is what's all of this, man? Let's go to the official one, people, because that's off. I I don't know what newspaper tried to add their own spin on that, but let's find it, people. Here we go. Apologies. This has been an enormously difficult decision for the club, which will always hold Darren in high regards. He took over at a very difficult time last season and reunited the club, a contribution that will never be forgotten. So if he took over at a difficult time, why can't you stand with him on a difficult period, which isn't exactly a difficult period when your away form has been very good? Anyways, let's crack on. But we have made it clear from the outset that everything this season was geared towards making a swift return to the Premier League as possible. And at the end of the day, he doesn't have a leg to stand on if he hasn't been winning at home from Boxing Day. They have been dropping points, and if they don't deem they're going to get top four. I keep saying top four, back to the Premier League, then fair enough. But for me, it sounds like reaching, but it is what it is, man. Yeah, unfortunately, Darren has not been able to engineer the consistency of form and results to convince the board that this objective would be met. After discussions with owners, the difficult decision to make a change was taken. Darren's dedication over the last 12 months is not underestimated, and there will always be a welcome for him at the Hawthorns. You know when you get sacked from a job, because it happened to me, and they try to sweeten you up and tell you nonsense, F off. But we have to place the club's best interests at the forefront of our thinking, and we must do everything we can to try to deliver the promotion we have targeted. There we go. James Shan, first team coach, has been placed in temporary charge of first team affairs in the immediate future until they name a new boss. So there you have it, people. All I can do is say, Darren Moore, keep your head up. Hopefully you get a next job, man. These things happen, and it is what it is. But on that note, people, Deluded, I'm out. Comment, subscribe, and do the rest.